Hello friends, in this video we will learn about smothered mate. This type of checkmate makes use of unique feature of knight to jump over piece to threaten enemy piece. Thus a checkmate is possible just with a single knight. So let's study this checkmate with some examples. So in this position, white can deliver checkmate starting with the move queen to d5. Now this diagonal towards the king is very often a reason for smothered checkmate. Now rook f7 would fail to queen takes a8, so black king has to step into the corner. And now in this position, if you can imagine, if this rook moves to g8, then knight f7 would be checkmate. So by using a little combination, we force this rook to g8 and then we deliver checkmate with the move knight f7. So we start with the move knight f7. Now this knight cannot really be taken because after queen take a8 it would be another type of checkmate known as the back rank checkmate. So after knight f7 the king has to move to the g8 square, and now you can see that it has stepped on this very dangerous diagonal of the queen. So now with two moves, we force this rook on f8 to the g8 square. Now we use the tactic known as the double check in this case to force the rook to g8. We start here with the move knight to h6. Now this is the double check, so king has to move, and after king h8 we sacrifice our queen on the g8 square. Note that because of the move knight h6 it is possible to sacrifice this queen here, so that only a rook can take this, otherwise king could have also captured the queen, but because of knight on h6 it has to be taken with the rook. And now you can see the king is perfectly trapped, and this is the case where smothered mate takes place when a king is trapped by all of his pieces. And we play the move knight f7 here, and it is a checkmate because the king has nowhere to move and only a single knight has managed to deliver checkmate. Now let's have a look at a miniature in which a smothered mate is possible. So e4 c6, and this is the main line of the Caro-Kann defense, the knight d7 variation also known as the Karpov variation. And now the main lines are like knight g5 or bishop d3 in this case, but white can set up a little trap in this position. He can play the move queen e2, and now the most natural move knight gf6 fails here to checkmate in a one move. So we can see with the move queen e2 we have pinned this pawn on e7. So in this position knight d6 is a beautiful checkmate. The king again is blocked by his own pieces, so it has nowhere to go, and the e7 pawn is also pinned because of this move queen e2. Hence knight d6 is a checkmate, and it is also a type of a smothered mate. Now let's look at the next example from a practical game between Alexander Grishchuk and Ruslan Ponomarev. So we have this position where black rook has just captured the bishop on d8, and now you can see we don't have the similar knight f7 knight h6 as in the first example. But if you see carefully, we don't really need that in this position, as the g8 square is attacked twice by the queen as well as by the bishop. So after the move queen to g8, the king cannot take the queen again because of the support of the bishop this time. So again rook takes g8 would be forced, and again the king is boxed in by his own pieces. So again knight f7 is a beautiful checkmate. So this is the last case of the smothered checkmate, and now I have a little puzzle for you. So let's study from this position. Now this position, it is black to play, and it is made in three moves. So you can pause the video and think what would you play here from the black side. Yes, this first move is obvious. We should take this pawn on f2, and now king has to move into the corner, and then we have a similar position as in a Grishchuk game. Now this bishop and queen both are attacking this square on g1, so we don't really need a knight on h3 in this case. We can just play the move queen to g1 check here. The king cannot take this queen. The queen has to be taken with either the knight or the rook, and in both the cases in the game knight took the queen, and after this move knight f2 is a checkmate again. So an important thing to remember here is that this f2 square should not be protected by any of the white piece. Let's say if you have a queen on c2 here, then this sacrifice wouldn't work because the queen will ultimately guard the f2 square and the checkmate wouldn't have been possible after the move rook takes g1. But because the queen is on d1, the f2 square lacks protection and knight f2 is a checkmate here. A very beautiful checkmate. So this is all that you need to know about the Smothered checkmate. Thank you.